Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another amazing episode of Conversation with Freedom. Today I'm joined by a very special guest. Today I'm joined
Hello.
by the amazing, the one and only Ebony Mystique. Welcome to my podcast.
Welcome. Thank you. All the way from South Africa.
Yes.
Wow. Amazing. How do you say hello in South African? Like, how do you say, so tell me how to say it right now. Like, what's the
Hello.
best way I can reach you?
I will teach you my language. So in my language, you say, hello, Minjani.
Johnny?
Minjani.
Me, Johnny?
Yes, you got it.
Me, Johnny. Me, Johnny. Okay. Well, hello to you all. I'm super duper honored to be here with you this morning, and we're going to chop it up. So, thank you for having me.
Yeah, for someone who never heard of Ebony Mistake, please tell us more about yourself and what you do.
Well, that would be like you live underneath a rock. If you don't know who Ebony Mystique is, I don't know what you're doing, but you are not treating yourself correctly. You must introduce yourself to Ebony Mystique. So basically, I'm a mainstream adult
Yeah,
entertainer.
yeah.
So I'm from the dark side, but I'm really a good girl. I do mainstream pornography. I'm exclusive contracted to Browsers. That's a really um, big company in America. They're actually all over the place. They're in Budapest.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah,
everywhere. They're in
yeah,
Prague. I've actually
yeah.
shot in Prague for them, so they're everywhere. So I'm their contract girl. I'm also a Playboy Centerfold model. I
Oh,
also have my own independent productions, which have been very um, done very well. They've went viral a bunch of times. So yeah, I'm an adult entertainer, mainstream. I do porn.
Before we get more into the work that you're doing, do you have any childhood memories that you would like to share with us?
You know, to be honest, they've all been very good. I haven't had any bad experiences to date.
Yeah.
And I feel like every single it sounds so cliche, like that's corny. Why'd you say it like that? But to be honest, all of my scenes meant something to me. Like they've all built me up in some way because people kind of enjoy my acting
Yeah.
and my dialogue
Yeah.
and like the comedy that I bring to
Yeah.
the set. Like I feel like it shouldn't be super serious unless it's super serious. But how do you get
Mm.
horny when things are super serious? That's not it's like you're not supposed to be horny right now. This is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Like, so I think my fans really understand what my goal is, and that's to keep them intrigued, keep the visuals going, look good. So
Yeah.
all of my scenes I feel like are important, but the my Foxy Brown scenes are always they love that character. I
Wow.
did Foxy Brown parodies after the real Foxy Brown, Pam Grier. So we
Wow.
kind of recreated the whole thing, and it went super viral. But that character, those scenes have kind of rained home to me. Really, I love those scenes because they've actually
Mm.
allowed me to retire from nursing, and I was a registered nurse before this whole deal. So
Wow.
yeah, my Foxy Brown series, I think, was really able to allow me to actually retire from nursing during COVID. I retired during COVID, yeah, from the medical field. So,
How was it
yeah,
like? How was it like when you joined the industry? Like,
it was, it happened so fast. You know, when things happen fast, you don't even grasp at that
mm,
moment what's happening. You just feel good about it because you see people are actually receiving what you're giving out. Like,
wow.
you know what you want to do and you
Yeah.
kind of see it in your head, but to put it out to the world and for them to receive it in a positive way back
Mm,
is really gratifying. So, you know, my porn, like getting into the industry, everybody has been extremely, at least on the forefront,
Yeah.
Very nice, very supportive, very positive. I'm sure I got some haters in the background,
Sure.
but they're not really forefront with it. You know what I mean? Not as much that I would even consider an issue. The industry has been very, very, very welcoming, very
Wow.
nice and supportive.
Wow. Your first scene. How was like how was it like?
So my first scene was for the legendary PinkyXxx on her website.
Yeah.
I actually did two scenes my first time with that company.
Wow.
She booked me for two scenes, and they were one of them. They both. I was a masked character, like I had a mask on,
Why?
because I wasn't secure with wanting to like. I didn't know where this was gonna go, so I
Oh.
wasn't yet secure with letting my family and friends know that I had kind of did adult. I wasn't
Oh.
ready for that explanation.
Okay.
I wasn't sure. And another thing, I had shot on PinkyXxx's website, which, if you think about it, she's retired, been retired for years. However, she's still very successful on her website. But I think
Mhm.
that's more or less because the fans, her fans, which are her fans, it's her website,
Yeah.
want to see girls that resemble her or that kind of
Oh.
remind them of her. Light skinned, very fair skinned, yellow bone is what they call them out here. I don't know which they call them out here, but the yellow bone, the yellow bone, red bone, light skinned girl with the big, big, big butt,
Oh.
huge booty. We're talking 35 to 55 inches ass. I do not look like that. I don't look like I am totally the opposite. I
Okay.
am black as fuck. I'm dark. I'm a dark skinned girl, like dark, dark. Okay, and my butt was. It's not. I'm not a BBW. I'm not in that category. Or I'm a doll. I stopped at a certain level. So I was
Oh.
like, there's no way that her fans are gonna like get it. Like they're not gonna like me. They
Oh.
want to see her. I don't look like her, but she was my connection and a very, very solid friend in the
Mm.
industry. So
Yeah.
she was the person that, I mean, on that level, she's huge. That I
Okay.
knew that I could get in with and that I trusted my first or second or third time. She's a
Yeah.
friend. So I had to shoot for her site. It was like that is the best thing I could do for myself getting started. And so we did the scenes. My first scenes was with Rob Piper. He's a male performer in
Yeah.
America. If you don't
Okay.
know, you guys can Google these people. So
Yeah.
Rob Piper was the first scene. That was amazing. My first scene was amazing. Yeah, because I was on Pinky. It was for PinkyXxx, so I was comfortable knowing that this was her production. I knew,
Oh. Yeah.
that was, excuse me, that was my friend's company, so I was already
Wow. Yeah.
happy with that, confident in that thought. Like, this is for my friend, I'm
Wow.
good.
That's
And
great.
the director who was filming the scene was very pleasant, very welcoming. I already kind of knew him because him and Pinky were in business for years and I kind of
Okay.
knew her. So I knew him just kind of by being around him or them maybe a few times, but he acted like he knew me, like for real.
Mm.
He was very welcoming and made me super comfortable and very attentive. Like, are you like
Wow.
checking up on me? So I was already comfortable. And then Rob Piper, my performer, my co-performer, he
Yeah.
was hella professional. He was so
Ah.
professional. So I just felt like I was fucking a really nice guy.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, so my first scene was great. Now my second scene, I was still masked. I still had the mask on. That
Okay.
was with another performer, Julio, another big performer, male, Julio Gomez. He was contracted with Black, that network Black, Vixen. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. They've attached a few more companies to them now. I don't know them all, but Black, Vixen, very big company. Tiana Trump, I think you guys know who that is. So he worked over there. And so that was a really big deal for me because now my second scene is with and Rob also works for Vixen, by the way. I meant to say that. Rob Piper is also one of those
Okay.
guys too. He's just not contracted. He just works there a lot. But
Mm.
having these really professional guys and really big names for my first scene was like, I felt good about that. So my next scene was with Julio Gomez. Julio Gomez is now retired, and he was great too. Like my first two scenes, I knocked them out in one day. Yeah, my first time in porn, I had two scenes. But I was like, oh, this money's good. Like, wow. My first time, I felt good about that. I'm like, I don't even know if girls do that, get booked like this. So anyway, I felt really good. And my first two scenes went amazing. All right. So they were good. They
Okay.
uploaded them on PinkyXxx. They were doing great. And guess what I did?
What?
I called Pinky and I told her to take that shit down. Take it down. Take it down. Please don't. We're not going to keep this going.
Why?
It got really, my friends started to find out about it. Even though I was masked, like I had the mask on, I thought, well, no one's going to find out that it's me.
Yeah.
I tried not to even talk during these scenes, but I had the moaning, I think. I think the moaning and the body structure, my tattoos were being shown that people were very,
Oh, okay.
the mask didn't work. People knew that it was me. So I
Oh,
told her to take it down. It was the same exact thing that I wasn't ready for.
yeah.
I had to get ready for. Even with the mask on, I totally failed with the whole idea. It failed. It didn't work. So in respect for me, and mind you, these are paid. She paid me to do these scenes. These were real shoots. So I got
Yeah.
paid. I had already spent that money, baby. So I don't know. She was like, girl, like what? Like I paid you. And the other thing about it was I neglected to say this. She's a friend of mine. She
Yeah.
was always a So before I started doing adult, because COVID was really bad, I was a nurse during the whole pandemic. Well,
Okay.
not the whole, the start of it, which was really bad. And
Yeah.
I was an advice nurse, and I had no advice to give my patients because we had no advice. So
Mm.
my job was really stressful. It wasn't secure anymore because they were closing down the call center because
Oh,
remember we had all quarantined.
yes.
Remember, so it was just bad. It was so I called her and she shot me. And one of the main things she reminded me of, all right, I'm gonna shoot you. We're gonna do this because I was like, I need to shoot. I don't know about my job. There's this
Yeah.
thing called Corona. It was bad. So she was like, all right, we'll bring you out to LA. We'll shoot you. But I can't. One thing I need to tell you can't take this back. So if you're ready,
Wow.
porn, we'll do it. I'm totally supportive. However, once it's out. Like your mom might find out about it. And I was like, I don't know where my head was at the time. I was like, oh well, no problem. Let's shoot. But then when it happened and it started to kind of get viral and it was growing because people were emailing her, who's the girl in the mask? Who's the girl in the mask?
Wow.
Yeah. So it got really, really viral. And for a moment, she did take it down, and all due to respects for me, all justification. She did remove it off the site, both of the
Wow.
scenes. However, it got so viral, they kept emailing her. She's in business. I get it now. She called me and she was like, listen, Ebony, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to keep going. They I gotta put those scenes back up. These people love you. Like I was like thrown aback. I was like, what? When you're going viral, you don't even know a lot of the times. Like
Mm.
unless you get in like, and I don't know, maybe a lot of my friends were scared to tell me at first that they knew that I did it, but my viral came from Pinky. Like she's the one who told me, like, girl, you got to shoot again. Like I need you back.
Wow.
And then here's the gag. Here's the real gag. When she didn't just ask me to shoot again,
Yeah.
and she didn't just tell me she was going to put those scenes back up. She was like, I'll pay you more. I need you to take the mask off. I'm like, what? You mean we can't keep this mask person going? Like, I don't, and her thing was like, they already know.
Wow.
And they love you. And she's like, they love you. So it took like maybe 3 weeks of going back and forth in my head.
Yeah.
Corona was going on,
Yeah.
COVID, the pandemic. They were already talking about staying home for work or taking leave or maybe unemployment.
Mm.
So it was a really weird time for me. In my job, like I was saying, instead of me giving advice and being very productive and nurturing at work, I was a
Yeah.
nurse on the phone arguing with patients because they were very scared. They wanted answers. So my job became very aggressively stressful. So I was like, you know what? Hmm, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Ah,
go back to LA. I'm gonna I'm gonna do it. And I did. So I took the mask off. My third scene for PinkyXxx, she brought me back,
yeah.
was with Jovan Jordan. The mask was off. I was Ebony at that point. And
Wow.
that went triple viral. That scene. So that scene was so disgusting. I don't know who I was in that scene. I didn't even know I knew how to squirt.
Oh, really?
And the whole thing about it is, I don't know. I think in my mind, because in pornography and mainstream porn, and I must say this, I can't say it enough, we're very, very safe when it comes to sex. I'm
Okay.
talking at mainstream, not OnlyFans or amateur or
Yeah.
home videos. I'm talking in main. It's illegal to shoot without a test, a full panel test. And we only can go to certain places because it's a system where producers around the world have access to see. So I can't just go to my doctor's office and
Oh,
yes, it's centralized. It's
wow.
only certain places that performers can go that is accredited. So yeah, with that to be said, we have to be tested. It's a super safe thing, but the fact that I had to take my mask off. So we both were tested this third time. We were all tested from, can I say that again? We were always tested. But this third time when my mask was off, I
Yeah.
think the fact that people, I don't know what I was thinking. The fact that the mask was off, people could see my face and I'm having sex on camera and they can see that it's me. Even though we both were tested, I
Yeah.
still wanted him to wear a condom. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what was in my head. No shade to Jovan Jordan. I just wanted him to wear a condom. So we wore a condom for that scene. And I made him come like 20 times. That
What?
was when, yes, it was like he wouldn't stop. So I think that, and plus I squirted like crazy. So that scene, the fact that he had a condom on, the fact that I think people maybe recognized the body, but now they could see the face to the body from the other. And I killed that shit. That shit. Now we're talking Ebony. My life,
Wow.
yeah, my life quickly changed really quick. And I had an OnlyFans by that time
Yeah.
because Pinky told me that I needed to start an OnlyFans. I didn't even know what OnlyFans was,
Yeah.
but she gave me really good advice. That's how she was with me, very supportive. She was like, you need to start an OnlyFans because people are going to take the scenes and they're going to want to know where to find you next, like they did.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I did. And let me tell you something. I
Yeah.
was able to retire from nursing during the pandemic with that money. It, I made my first, and I hate to talk money. It's so crazy. I hate it coming out my mouth, but I guess I must.
Yeah.
I made my first $1 million within the first year of doing porn. So I was able to retire from nursing, my black ass, during COVID and still retire.
Wow. So you guys make a lot of money.
You can. I don't know that everybody does, but
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard that you can. And with this OnlyFans thing or this mini vids thing or this independence that it has brought to creators and entertainers, because in porn, even though it is mainstream, people are celebrities. You see them on television.
Yeah.
In adult, you don't get a residual. There's no residual. Like on regular TV, they were watching a comedy show or your best show in South Africa.
Yeah.
They get residuals. Movies, they get residuals. We in adult don't get. We get a check, and that's all. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it could be a
Okay.
really large check compared on how your mind works. For
Yeah.
that moment, it could be really large because here. But now, if that company makes millions of dollars, you don't get any of it. You get what they pay you, and that's it. So, an adult,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay.
So that's how adult is. So with OnlyFans and these uh places where now performers can make their own content and get paid, that is the difference now.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, you're going to see a lot of people more now make a lot of money because now they have their own independence of their own content. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. I didn't know, and I know that a lot of my audience didn't know a lot of stuff that's going on. Oh. And
Yeah. So
okay.
porn is like that. So back in the day, when you have these glorified porn stars, like real porn stars,
Yeah.
back in the day. So yeah, they were very, very wealthy. They some of them were rich. However, and that only became the fact because they were booked all the time. So if you're
Oh,
let's make an understanding, a figure. So say I'm like the hottest girl in porn right now.
yeah.
That means I'm gonna be booked every day. If you're
Okay.
hot, you're booked. That's how you know
Okay.
you're hot. So you're booked. You
Oh,
know? So
okay.
sometimes I could have in 1 week 5 scenes. Hey, there's only 7 days in a week. If I'm working 5 days, that's a lot, you know. Um, so that's how back in the day they were being wealthy because they were still getting paid well, do the scenes. So if you're booked 5 times, you're gonna get maybe, I don't know, I'm just throwing out figures here, maybe $7,500 that week. And then maybe if you have another good week and another good week. So you see how they are considered making a lot of money. You get where I'm
Yeah.
going?
Yeah.
It's through the bookings.
Oh, yeah.
Once but because there's no residuals, and if you don't get booked, then you're not hot anymore. Then the checks start going away. They get smaller. So then your lifestyle gets, so now
Oh,
people are able to have residual income because, like an OnlyFans, you can do mainstream porn, get lit. People know who you are because you're shooting on this big ass company, and now
yeah.
take your content and make your own and make residual income. So a lot of people now are making really good money. So that's the whole thing about OnlyFans. That's the whole
Oh.
thing about OnlyFans. It's not OnlyFans was not made for porn people. Kind of taking over the motherfucking shit. Yeah.
How is it like when your family or relatives find out that this is like really you when you unmasked?
Mm.
How was their
That's,
reaction?
for the most part, mm, for the most part, I'm being received pretty well. The
Okay.
fact of the matter is, if you're doing something like people like, and I like that word viral, like the point is, people are going to find out. But in my
Mm,
mind, so at first, remember, that wasn't so good for me. I wasn't sure about that feeling. Like, I don't know if I like that.
yeah.
But then I thought about it because I had to deal with it. I did it. It happened.
Mm.
If they don't know about me, I probably suck. I probably suck at porn. If they're not finding out, that means nobody's shooting me, like nobody cares. So
Yeah.
I thought about it like that. Like, wait a minute. So my uncles, either ill, they watch porn, first of all. My uncles watch porn, but damn, they found out about me pretty quick that I was doing it. So that's
Ah.
good for me. I'm doing good shit then. That means like they know me, they like me. Not so much my family, but I mean people. So it
Yeah.
was like in that moment, I thought, okay, well then this is good. This is how it's kind of supposed to go. But then doing it in the best ways possible. When my mom found out, allowing her to, allowing her the explanation, and also showing her that I'm not a hoe. Like, I'm not a streetwalker. Like, get it together, mom. You had sex. That's how you had me and my sisters. It's normal. However, I do it in the most respectable, safest way. I'm not a civilian anymore. And I told my sister the same way. You don't know when's the last time you got tested. I asked my sister,
Yeah.
when's the last time you got tested? She couldn't tell me. Like what? Like 10 years ago, I haven't had an STD in years. Well,
Mm.
that's bad. That not that you haven't had an STD. The bad part is I have to be tested every 7 to 14 days my entire career. It's illegal for me not to be tested. So I
Yeah.
always know the status of myself and my partner. I always know.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
ever have to worry about having sex with this person and then going home and catching a disease because I know what he's working with. It's not like my old days, and I don't judge people. So
Yeah.
I told
Yeah.
my sister, just making them understand it from my point of view. I don't judge you if you pick up a guy from the club and get drunk and decide you want to fuck him. You don't even know his name. You know, I don't judge people. So let's just make it make sense. I'm a Playboy centerfold. That's huge for a black girl. I'm on
Wow.
Playboy. I got a contracted to Brazzers as a black girl. That's kind of. I do taxes. Here's the real gag.
Yeah.
Huge taxes on my pussy. Yeah, I don't fuck for free. I monetize off of my time and my sexual experiences, and I'm pretty good at it. So
Wow.
when my mom was able to see not my porn, not the things that I do on video, however, that the world, I'm getting billboards, I'm getting covers, I'm getting um, these podcasts like yourself,
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
me in that positive light, I'm able to still pay her bills and help and retire her. I help retire.
Mm.
Her. She still lives the same way she did. Actually, she lives better now because she actually can see me. When I was a nurse, I was working 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. I didn't have time to go visit my mom. Like, I would send my mom flowers, but physically, I couldn't see her, you know? And then, even if it was a holiday, I was at work. So now I have autonomy. Now I can actually take my mom out and we can go on vacation. And it's actually me there. So she was able to, and my family members at this point have been able to accept the fact that I'm doing things right, like in the
Mm.
most best ways possible. And I don't judge them. So there's no possible way that it would be like respectable and smart to judge me because I'm doing it in the best ways possible. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And my mom only wanted, like, parents
Yeah.
only want the best. That's it. They
True.
don't really give a fuck what you do. They just don't want you to embarrass them. There's just some things like don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass my name. Don't embarrass the fact that I raised you and like be successful. Don't come back home without no money. That's what your parents want.
Yeah,
They don't
true.
want that's it. So if you're showing them no matter what you're doing, that like you're not hurting yourself, you're not hurting anybody else, you're making good money, they're able to kind of like smooth it over. So I think that part
Oh,
was, yeah, I showed my mom and my mom that I was still able to be successful in this and do it right and
right.
do it with class. Yeah.
Any advice for someone who wanna get into the adult industry?
Yeah. Be secure. It starts with you. I just gave you guys, excuse me, my own history of
Yeah.
what I would like. You got to be like confident and like secure. So I always came in confident, right? So that was number one. Even on my first scene, I was like, all right, I'm here. And it wasn't that I had a mask on and I wasn't confident. I had a life that I wasn't sure that I wanted to share yet with the world.
Okay.
Like, I was like on the fence about, I wasn't scared of me. I was scared of everyone else
Oh,
accepting,
okay.
I'm in society and this can go wherever it can go. So I would say you have to be secure and confident in your decision, because if you're doing it right and what I consider right, you're
Yeah.
popular, you're popping, people are like they're liking it, they're loving it, you're getting money from it, you're doing well,
Yeah.
then people are gonna know who the fuck you are. Yeah. So you
Mm.
have to be, and they're gonna know what you do clearly because they've seen you fucking. You're on porn, so that's how they know you.
Yeah.
So you have to know what to do with that kind of attention,
Mm.
what to do with kind of you know. So you have to be secure because if you're doing it right, your mom's gonna find out about it.
Wow. Oh, and
There's no,
congratulations. I've just congratulations on your cover on AVN magazine. What does that mean to you?
oh my God.
It's very
I
beautiful.
could cry. I have a photo shoot in a couple of hours.
Okay.
I cannot cry because I decided not to mess up my makeup this morning before I spoke. And it's super early. So yeah. Um, jeez. Ask me that question again. Ask me one more time. Ask me again what you just.
Yes, yes. What does it mean to you to be on the cover
That's how
magazine?
big that's how big that went. You asked me, I felt it. It went right out my head. That's it's historical. That is
Wow.
bittersweet. So let's talk about the sweet.
Yeah.
I'm so honored. Wow. 3 years in, all this shit has happened. That is a dream for, first of all, if you're in porn, ABN is like our Grammys. Yeah.
Oh.
So if you don't know what ABN is, or why it's so important, or why is it so big, it's our Grammys. If you're an adult star,
Wow.
that's like our huge awards show or the Oscars of Adele.
Mm.
It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. It's like the biggest fucking deal to be on the Playboy and AVN. Those were my goals, and I can't talk too much about Playboy. I'm under, so just keep on watching. But AVN is like the girl's dream. The girl's dream. It's
Wow.
like it's very. It's like it gives you your AVN. Anything AVN is like your props, like in a big way. So to be on the cover,
Mm.
from what I heard, and I don't know if it's true, but
Yeah.
from what I heard, I'm like one of the first Black girls to ever grace the cover of AVN. So let's get into the bitter. So that's an applause. Yay. Oh my God, my Black ass. But let's get into the bitter because Ebony, if you don't know, is a real bitch. I'm a real guy. Here's the bitter.
Okay.
Now there have been
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I've lost you for. I've lost you for a moment. Can you please continue?
absolutely. So the AVN cover, so we was in the bitter, right? So we stopped right before I was about to talk some shit. All right.
Yeah.
Still gonna say it. So
Yeah.
the bitter, so it's a really big accomplishment, right? But the bitter is for it taking so long to
Mm.
have Black girls independently by themselves, solo, grace a cover, took years. Took years. So
Mm.
historically, it didn't. I don't know, and there was so many in my mind Black stars back in the day. Like you get it. Like I don't know.
Mm.
So that's the bitter. It took a while, a long time coming, but we did it. We did it. I'm glad. I'm glad to be the face of it because I know Black girls, especially in the, I don't know, I guess around the world,
Yeah.
especially that come from the hood, like the ghetto. Like we
Yeah.
don't, we want to be like that. We want to be look beautiful and glammed and all that shit, but we don't think probably that we have a chance in hell. But well,
Mm. True. That's
and
so
it didn't
true.
come with no payola. It didn't come with me having to suck and fuck every director, anybody from
Wow.
AVN. It didn't come with no weird going viral, just doing shit that I regret. No, everything I look at up to this point, I'm happy with what I've done. It
Wow.
comes with a lot of gratification and gratitude. So yeah, AVN cover November, and it's my birthday month. So my one of my favorite lucky numbers is 11. I'm 11/23. That's my goddess day. That's my birthday. So
Oh.
for it to happen just full circle in my month, ooh, child, it's too much. It's a lot. I'm very,
Wow.
very, yup. So make sure AVN is now digital. I'm working on getting a few copies. These
Yeah.
copies are gonna be like, I'm sure once I'm dead, worth something. So if I can get a few prints, I'm gonna make sure that I get your address and sign it and send it to you so you can have it. But I'm working on it because AVN now is digital. I love the print
Wow.
magazines where you can see and pick them up on the shelf, but they done switched over to digital. That's the way the world is now. But I'm working on a few print copies, and if I can get my hand on a couple, I'm gonna go on and send you one. But make sure you
Ah.
guys are checking on this cover here. Go follow AVN
Yeah.
right now. Go look at what they doing because you're gonna see Ebony on there. So hell yeah.
Ah.
Almost.
Wow. You're so amazing. You.
Thank you. You too. You guys are amazing. I really, really, really appreciate you asking me to be on your show. Congratulations to you, straight from South Africa. We
Yeah.
connected. You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
You bringing us straight to Africa, right? Through this.
Yes.
That's amazing. So congratulations and shout out to you.
Wow. Thank you. I have to ask you this. What's your favorite position?
Oh, I like to ride. I like to ride. That's
Yeah.
my time. That's my time to show you what it is when I'm on top. So that's my time to go on and take the assertive role. And so that's what I like to do. I like to ride. Yeah, I like to be in control. At that point, I'm a submissive too, but at that point, it's my turn.
Wow.
I'm
What's
the driver.
what's the wildest thing you've ever done in front of camera?
The what?
The wildest thing that you've ever done in front of camera.
Oh, the weirdest thing. I
Yeah.
think I'm a. My weird level is I don't even know what weird is nowadays. I done did so much. Okay, so I don't even think I can do that. I don't think I could say that. But no, the weirdest thing for me now, which is not weird anymore, is like when I was squirting
Yeah.
and and I've learned like now I'm known as an extreme squirter. Like I didn't even know I knew how to do it, but now I'm an extreme squirter. So to see people literally want to put their mouth down there while
Yeah.
I'm they like to drink it. I don't know what the hell wrong with these. I ain't drinking nobody pee. I don't give a damn. I don't think that's in my future anywhere anytime soon. But hey, we don't judge a soul, and it tastes good apparently. They be one. So yeah, that's kind of that used to be weird for me. Now it's just like, well, go on and open your mouth. If you thirsty, let's go. I'm gonna give it to you. You need a
Wow.
shower? If you need a shower, I got you. So I hope I'm not weird to y'all, but hell, it ain't my fault. This is what they want.
No, you're not. Ah. What's next?
So I want you guys to make sure you're keeping a very close eye on Ebony Mystique. I'm definitely coming to South Africa. Me and you got to talk
Yeah.
because when I come out there, I don't mind coming. I just want to make sure that you'll take care of me. I need to eat, baby. I need all the best South African food, and I'm happy. You give me a little food, and it comes from the heart. You bring me to the lady's house, and they put on my little South African garments, baby. I don't want to wear
Ah.
this shit. I want to get into it. And
Yeah.
you introduce me to all the ladies, and I need to see them. Maybe a few big dicks, because I'm coming to Africa. I know they out there. I know that's where they at. I need to see them, and then I'll die a happy Ebony. So yeah, what's next? So much. I'm working on so much right now.
Yeah.
Please do not miss anything that I'm doing. Make sure you follow me everywhere,
Mm.
and you won't miss it. I'm getting into mainstream acting. So I do mainstream, but I do adult. So we're gonna get into like real movies. I'm getting my SAG.
Wow.
So I got a few deals on the line. I got a reality TV show on a huge network on the line, or excuse me, on the table rather. I'm a fashion designer. So before this whole porn thing, what I did not say is I'm a real accredited, multi-published celebrity fashion designer. I done from Cardi B to Little Kim to Michelle
Wow.
Williams, from Michelle Williams to Destiny Child, London on the Track, Summer Walker. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is probably some of your favorite artists. I have helped dress them during their videos. So I'm a real fashion designer and I'm getting back into fashion. Fashion week is coming up, the spring one. next year around March, February, March, and
Yeah.
I'll be back into my fashion weeks. I've headlined shows. I've done it before, but the adult stuff kind of took over.
Wow.
So now I'm working on a really big fashion show for the adult industry. It's going to be a charity event during Fashion Week next year. So
Yeah.
now it's time to introduce fashion to the adult world. So, baby, it's so
Wow.
much shit going on. I do have a few production studios. I decided to do that. So if you ever come out to LA, let me know. You want to take
Yeah.
some photos, you want to hold your podcast, you want to interview some people in person, I'll come back. You come on, let me know. You can use my studios. They're very nice
Thank
and they're doing
you.
very well.
Thank you
So
so
we got
much.
so much shit going on. I
Wow.
got a cartoon series coming on for people that like anime and cartoons. I
Yeah.
have an adult cartoon series with real voiceovers. So you'll hear my voice on it's real voiceovers. So I
Yeah.
got a whole adult cartoon series. It's very, very, it was done very, very tastefully. It's very funny,
Mm.
very cute. So much shit. Just don't miss nothing. Just keep following, baby. You're gonna see everything. We Mystique Gang. Follow Mystique Gang, because that's us. We going all the way to the top. We going all the way. I
Earlier,
promise.
earlier you mentioned something important. You have Pinky have been like supporting you from day one. Like how important it is to have industry friends.
I think it's very important. I think
Yeah.
it's very important for you not to go in this world by yourself. I mean,
Mm.
people had kind of get into that. I call it the Tupac analogy. You know, Tupac Shakur, and
Yeah.
like where you just look at the world and all eyes on me, fuck the world type shit.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You're gonna need to be connected. You're gonna need to be supported. You're gonna need sometimes to talk to people because you
Mm.
know when the cameras go off, you still yourself. So you know
Oh.
you're gonna need people to be supportive of you. I think it's very important. And good people. You know,
Yeah.
people that care about your vision and see it through the same way, kind of like you do. It's important to be on the same page.
Mm. What does
Yeah.
success mean to you? What's your definition of success?
When you're able to take what you're doing and I think monetize off it, because it should be fun. You
Yeah.
shouldn't come in thinking that I'm like, I need all the money because that becomes stressful. You know how
Mm.
that is where you chase the dollar type shit and then it
Yeah.
becomes like a job. It becomes stressful. Have fun and the money gonna just come. I mean, it's just like, duh, like, hello, you know?
Mm.
And what I will say before we get out of here, it's very important for people to see their vision through. Like how you decided, you know what? I know I'm in South Africa, but I want to talk to people in America. I want to
Yeah.
go ahead and reach out to them. It's like, and you have your space. You decided to do this and you're
Yeah.
doing it. That's
Yeah.
important. People have all these worldly ideas in their head and everybody want to be rich. So I want to be rich. I need all the money. But the fact is, how much do you need? What is rich to you? What are you going to do with it? Why you need it?
Mm.
You
Yeah.
have to understand. Otherwise, you just walking around here and you don't even know when you reach your goal because you ain't made one. How do you know
Ah.
you reached your goal if you don't got a goal in this? It's just like, I want to be a porn star. I want to do porn. I want to have money. It's like, well, how do you know if you reached any goals if you ain't set any? What does that mean? You want to shoot for this company, and that company. So then you can start checking shit off. So be precise in what your vision is. It's important. Yeah.
That's so powerful. And due to time, we're gonna have to wrap everything up.
Uh, South Africa, what's up? Ebony,
Yeah.
love you guys. I love you guys for loving me. I swear, me and him gonna talk about getting me out there. You guys gotta see me in 3D. And I'm not coming with all that bullshit. I'm gonna bring y'all gifts, but I want to show you love. I want to come to South Africa and I need that South African food. I need y'all to dress me up, teach me all about the history. I want to leave there a South African baby.
Wow, this is thank you so much, and we really can't wait. I can't wait to host you. I just can't
All
wait.
right.
Thank you so much for being open. Thank you so much for being for being so authentic about your story. This is the question which I ask all my guests on the podcast. When it is all said and done, how would you like to be remembered?
Ebony the goddess, Mystique. Mm. Yeah, that's how I want to be remembered. Yeah. When I'm dead and gone, I already know that they're gonna still be watching this shit. So when y'all press rewind and y'all still watching me when I'm on to something else, just keep that same energy you got right now. That's what I want. I want
Wow.
people to whatever that feeling is they got, like keep that about me.
Wow. I really would like to host you again soon. Thank you so much for your
Be back.
time.
I'll be
Okay.
back. Thank you so much for having me. You guys are amazing. You're amazing. Congratulations on your show. I will be back. We're gonna get me in 3D. I love my Africans. I love you guys. There's more to come. Thank you
Yeah.
so